Hi, this is Naomi with Sword and Steel, and welcome to our retail store, Sword and Steel. So some of you are wondering where I was in my last video. Well, here I am. This is my Sword and Steel retail store, and I'm showing it off today because, well, we're closed down. Government's orders until the crisis is taken care of, however that will work. We haven't set up for online shopping, wasn't realizing that would be a thing, but perhaps here I have something that you might want. And if not, you get to see at least where I get all of my wonderful things in my videos from. In case there's only a certain department that you're interested in, I'm going to be listing off the various department timestamps as I go through them. I'll also have that in the description below so you can quickly go to the department that you are currently interested in. Again, we cannot restock these items, so this is a first come first serve sort of thing until Games Workshop opens its doors again. There are other distributors from other companies that are still open. I'm referring only to the Games Workshop material. Alright, so Imperium, all the way down here. Our current start collecting, Battle Force, some wings, special units. Over here we've got our Astra Militarum Scutari, or Admech, and our Adeptus Sororitas, as well as our currently small section of Adeptus Custodes and some Imperial Knights. Current start collecting, some Knights, our Sister Sanctum, Valkyrie, St. Catherine's, Triumph, some Scorpius, some Admech, itty bitty bit of Grey Knights at the moment, itty bitty bit of Astra Militarum. We have thankfully more Sisters at the moment, better stock on Sisters. A couple of Magifiers, Exorcists and Rhinos, Emulators, some Astra Militarum stuff, Bane Blades, and other tanks. Over here are our various Xenos. Small selection of Necrons right now. And in that corner is some Destroyers in their lovely white boxes. Tau Empire. At the moment. Eldar. Or Craft Worlds. Missing a few things there at the moment, but hey, we'll restock them when we can. Our poor Drukhari section is looking pretty slim, but got a few things. There's our Harlequin section. I'm afraid completely sold out of Harlequins at the moment. Got Necromunda though. Codices and supplementary books. Army Painter wet palettes, paints and tools, 1 intercessor paint set left, the data cards and tactical objectives. We've got some of the 2-player sets left, and our Blackstone Fortress area. If you've never tried Blackstone Fortress, I love it. Let's move on. Alright, more Xenos. So we have got our Tyrannid section all the way across, and various blisters of Tyranids with their beautiful pictures on them. These are the old fine cast ones. A small selection of other Tyranids. Gene Stealer cults, not looking too bad for the Gene Stealers. Our sad little orc section at the moment. Thieving Grots and Boss Sneakrot in the fine cast. And Orc Commandos, Orc Warbuggy, and Tank Busters in their wonderful white boxes. I start collecting the old one. We're sold out of the new one. We need the book as well. Night Desecrator, Noctilus Crown, some Khorne Berserkers. Abaddon. What are you doing upside down? Some fine cast sorcerer. What are you? Master Execution. Master of Execution, some Chaos Cultists. A sad little box of 1,000 Suns, Rubric Marines, and our tiny, tiny current section of Death Guard. Chaos Demons are in with the Age of Sigmar section of Chaos, so I might as well scoot over to Age of Sigmar. I think I've... Oh, right, of course. Some terrain for your tables. And books. And these funny little fellas. Warcry, we have most everything in Warcry made. We're missing the Chimera at the moment, and feels like we're missing something here, but we've got the Shattered Storm Vault terrain kit and the Defiled Rooms terrain kit, as well as in there we have all of the various cards. Up here we've got Khorne and Khorne Demons. Blood for the blood god. And our sad little section. We've been just selling out of Chaos. That is what we have at the moment until we can restock. Over here we have our small sections of Death and Destruction. So here's our Destruction with the Orcs, Gloomspite Gits, and Ogres up there. Legions of Nagash and Flesh Eater Quartz, and Night Hunt. Some Vampire Lords. Down here we have our Ossiarch Bone Reapers area. At the bottom we have Apocalypse, as well as all those really handy Apocalypse movement trays. And I've said it before, but Apocalypse movement trays are totally good for any 28mm scale army that use hordes, multiple miniatures in a squad. They are fantastic. Alright, and now we're at our currently sad looking selection of order, but here we go. Up top, we've got Tempest of Souls, Stuff, Aether War, Stormcast Eternals, Exorcism, Soul Strike, the Stormcast Eternals, Endless spells. Here is our selection of Stormcast Eternals at the moment. Some easy to paint and build stuff. Curse Breakers. The Stormcast Eternals paint set. We've got a Lord Celestant, a Knight Heraldar, and a Lord Ferritant at the moment. Our Battle Tomes. And the Seraphon and Karajan Overlords War Scrolls. The other ones are gone at the moment. A sad little selection of Sylvaneth. Gonna fix that when Games Workshop opens again. Just sold out of Sylvaneth. So, the Ark Revenant, a single Branch Witch, some Kurnoth Hunters, Dryka, and the Endless Spells and Awaken Wildwood. Cauldron of Blood is up here, but the rest of our tiny little section of Daughters of Cain is Witch Elves, Melosai, Doomfire Warlocks, and the Start Collecting. And then Idenith Deepkin, right there. Who's hiding? Who's hiding right there? Lotan. Lotan, Warden of the Soul Ledgers, is hiding back there. Behind some Thralls and Reavers. And we've got Isharan Soulrender, Isharan Tidecaster, and Isharan Soulsquire. And the Gloomtide Shipwreck. Down here are Fire Slayers and Karajan Overlords. So we've got the Start Collectings, the Ironclad, the Arcanaut, Arcanaut Company, Skyriggers, Brock Grungson, one little box of Berserkers, Cities of Sigmar, and Seraphon. And we've got the new Seraphon terrain kit. Where you go? A Saurus Eternity Warden, and this old Citadel Finecast Captain of the Empire with a hammer and pistol fella. Up top is the various terrain we have. Some Lord of the Rings terrain. They're quite nice. That Arcane Ruins kit. Those Arcane Runes actually look really cute and tidy. Oh, the battle report that I'm doing actually has one single set of Arcane Runes in it, and it looks lovely, I think. 3 of the various Citadel carrying cases. Right, let's do Kill Team. I believe we have all the commanders for Kill Team. These sideways guys, because I ran out of room, are 2 war zones. We've got Killzone Deathworld Forest and Killzone Sector Sanctuaris was the other Killzone. Here are all the Kill Team kits that we have. Arena, Rogue Trader, a couple starter sets, the core manual, the Kill Team Annual in 2019, as well as 3 Commanders books. Oh. We also have this lovely ironable city rune battle mat. Okay. Now, I guess next will be the paints for Citadel. Well, it's really straightforward. We have every single paint made by Citadel in multitude, except I am very, very sad to see that we are out of one paint. We are out of Mechanicus Standard Grey. I know, it's terrible. It'll be fixed. It'll be fixed. But here are all the other ones. Water pots, green stuff, liquid green stuff, plastic glue, all of the lovely paints created by Games Workshop. Quartz White and Chaos Black. Here are the rest of the lovely paints created by Games Workshop. painting pads, Necromunda bases, the Wraithbone Munitarum varnish and Gracier. One little assembly handle left and a couple painting handles left. The no-tip Citadel paint stand. These great little things. You can stand them up, so you can put them on the wall. You can stack them. I like them. Down here we have the spray can, the rest of the spray cans for the Citadel. We also have the specialty bases, as well as the skulls, barbed kraken, and creeping vines. And over here is all of the Citadel tools. Moldine remover, clippers, sculpting tool set, file sets from metal miniatures, the drill, tweezers, little saw, and a knife. All of the brushes made by Citadel, excluding we're out of the extra small artificer at the moment. All the others. Plus that Lord of the Rings game behind me, I think I've covered everything. All the sealed things. The last thing I have to do is show you. And the prices in Canadian are there. Again, we can sell in US or in Canadian. These guys are, as I believe I mentioned previously, we actually have every paint in Army Painter that they have. We also have all the tufts as well. Army Painter mixing balls, which are pretty fantastic. We also have all of the can paint sprays by Army Painter. There you are. See the lovely masterclass in behind, and regiment character, you name it. For Army Painter, we also have the Army Painter Mega Paint set, but we are out of the Mega Paintbrush set at the moment. Is this big bad boy? Yeah. Okay. Vallejo. Here's the game color. Various mediums and varnishes, as well as the Mecha line. And Mecha primers. Up here are our primers. Cleaners, glaze medium, premium airbrush liquid gold series, various super glues, also the Vallejo mask brush restore brush cleaners, some airbrush cleaners, and molding plaster. We also have weathering effects, pigments, and the larger ground textures and water textures right here. Remember, all these prices are in Canadian, but it can be converted to US. I'm afraid we are out of this one for the weathering effects. We have all the pigments all the way down. As you see, we also have the Galaxy Dust, Space Dust, and Magic Dust color shifters, as well as these surface primers. And all of the metal color airbrush primers, which are gorgeous. They just work so lovely. I love those ones. We should also have the gloss. There it is. One key ingredient to these being lovely is the gloss black primer. And there's a gloss metal varnish that you can put on afterwards. We also have painters, tape, and various other tools that one might need. We also carry a small range of Vibe and Endura body paint. Here's our bolt action section. Terrain and starter, 2-player starter set Band of Brothers up top. Then we have our German armor and guns, some German infantry, US infantry, and a truck. We have our army books and the rule book. Down here, sorry, it's all dogged in as it can fit, is our British, as well as the tanks on the left that you can play either British or US, and then the Churchill you can play in the British or in the Soviet Union, which is down here, as well as the Japanese, and below that is actually the SPQR game, Romans versus Gauls in that one, as well as all the books that one needs for Flames of War. Our Flames of War section is here. I'm afraid this one is not as well organized as I would like, so I'm just going to show you, span through as well as some Battlefield in the boxes. Those tins contain dice sets. And a lot of different blisters from all the different armies. We don't have the space to display all of them, so you will see a Stug in front of a SD KFC, for example. These are actually all various ones. So we got most everything, I believe, so if you're looking for something in particular, just let me know. And a very good starter set, the Hit the Beach. Oh, it has everything in it. Oh, it has so much in it, and it's only 65 Canadian. I don't know what's that, that's like $50 US, I don't know. But it's just packed full of everything. The Hit the Beach starter set is awesome. And those guys as well. Some Woodland Scenics here. These trees are beautiful. You will have seen them in our battle reports. Woodland Scenics starts over there, but we also have these, our little shrinking section of Woodland Scenics flock. Oh, and the Army Painter Strong Tone, and a Khorne Dominion battle mat. A very small section of Warhammer Underworld's Beastgrave, and Shadespire. Newly added is our GamersGrass, and look at all those beautiful tufts. We're out of the dry step set, but only for now. We'll restock it. We have some of their wonderful pre-made bases. I'm still in the process of growing our GamersGrass section. We have a small section now of the airbrush areas. Yeah, 3 different compressors. Ooh, Gale Force 9 Rapicure. basically dries super glue instantly. It's a lovely thing. New needles, new nozzles, capped Iwata airbrushes, the lube for the airbrush in the back, Vallejo plastic putty, Uhu extra glue, an old unrelated chess set, and some flame templates, Tamiya super glue, and Tamiya plastic glue. Alright, next, let's do Dungeons & Dragons. We should have every 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons book or accessory, as well as the spellbook cards, and we also have some 4th edition and previous editions, either first-hand or second-hand. And here are some of our cases of Dungeons & Dragons miniatures trying out this method. So as you can see, some $6 miniatures, some $12 miniatures down below, or more $12 miniatures and $20 miniatures, some bones miniatures, and various other things. We do have more Dungeons & Dragons miniatures than this, but that's what we currently have in our display cases. And remember, it's in Canadian. We're just going through our storage, and soon we'll have all of these display cases just covered in Dungeons & Dragons miniatures. Just currently have it filled with some of our random board games at the moment and books. And some World War II planes. Now here are terrain crates by Mantic Games. They are fantastic pieces for Dungeons & Dragons, as well as filling out your terrain for Age of Sigmar, as well as increasing the coolness of your bases in some cases, because there are itty-bitty pieces and pretty large pieces, and they're all the correct size for Dungeons & Dragons and for Warhammer and other things like that. They come unpainted. They come fully assembled, but they come unpainted. Oh my goodness, but they're great. Oh, lots of Battlefield in the Box stuff. You saw a couple in the Flames of War section. Those were the trees and the rivers, but we have a lot more way up top. Now let's go over to dice. All right, so starting down below, we've got our Dungeons & Dragons sets. Those there in various colors. And then up top, we've got some of Games Workshop's dice, which are either D6s or D10s for wound trackers. Very handy to have wound trackers, a different style of dice than the ones that you're rolling with. We have some D6s and 36 batches. Over here we have more D6s and 36 batches and D6s in 12 sets. Look at those dice. Aren't they awesome? They're wizard sets. And we also have some Warhammer Kill Team dice, which are exactly the same as regular D6s and D10s. They just have pretty cool looking appearances to them in the various ones. And also hiding over there is the various Warhammer dice, Chaos Space Marines dice, for example, and also some Shadespire dice. We've got some 95-cent dice, 125-cent dice. Please don't ask me to show you every dice in there. Some spin down life counters. Oh, a deck box for $1. Look at the size of these dice. Look at that. If you want to show your opponent your life total in Magic, there it is. We've got some velvet dice bags with nice silky-like insides in various different colors. And someone locally made this for us. It's pretty cute. We've got Celestial Storm boosters, Dragon's Majesty boosters, Sword and Shield boosters, Guardian's Rising boosters. We have the various collections and 2-player starter set, some Elite Trainer boxes, and some structure decks. Here is our sleeve selection, sleeves and deck boxes. I'm afraid it is becoming a bit thin. Just over there is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sized ones, which are smaller and do not fit Magic cards. And a couple Satin Tower deck boxes. We've got matte and classic style Dragon Shields, which are packs of 100 sleeves. And a couple more Satin Towers over there. Show you board games next. Trail Legacy, Dimension, in behind is Rocketville. We have the Star Trek Ascendancy, which I adore, and with the board you can play it by yourself. Up top we've got Spartacus and its expansions, and Vegas Showdown, various Zombicide and the Zombies expansions, as well as a couple board games. Okay. And we have a couple cool models that you just put together and then show off. We have the Yamato, a King Tiger, Panther, a Tiger 1, as well as a couple planes. We have a small selection of Yu-Gi-Oh! We've got a couple older tins, Yugi's Legendary deck, an old Junk Warrior, as well as some pieces down here. And we have an older selection of, we have a small selection of older Yu-Gi-Oh cards, probably 30,000 or so, maybe. Now it's time to show our Magic the Gathering selection. I can't be 100% certain, but I believe we have the largest Magic singles collection in Canada. As you can see behind me, here are some of the boxes of Magic that we have. Each one of these boxes carries about 1,500 to 2,000 Magic cards. This shelf is 22 of these boxes high and about 14 of these boxes long. That is some of our Magic singles. We also have more in behind the counter. More organized in binders, as well as a lot of the foils are organized in binders. And we have more offside. So we've got a few single Magic cards kicking around. Alright, now our boosters. Our boosters are pretty thin at the moment, but I will show you what we have. we have various single boosters that you can purchase. The Challenger, some extra Challenger decks up there. A few fact packs. EDH decks. Just have to move the white dwarf and our bits boxes. And down below. There are no price tags on some of the magic material because it just keeps changing prices, so we just price it real time. The same with singles, we just price them real time. For magic singles and magic in general, please only be a serious buyer. If you want to ask me questions, by all means, but please be serious in your purchases. We also have random comics on the wall. They make great decorations, don't you think? And yes, here's our display area. Just to show off a couple goodies. Now, these two I took out so you could have a look. Yes, this is a beta sapphire and a beta Black Lotus. Now this Lotus is now available for purchase for a long time. We weren't actually going to part with it. I guess my first big single investment. I've had this one for a while now. Oh my goodness, I don't actually know how many years now. I got this from Dan Bach, and it's been with me for years, but it's time to pay a few bills, so we're gonna let it go now. We are going to let it go for $28K in US. We also have neodymium magnets in these various sizes. We have a bunch of them, of these ones also in a size smaller, one in 32 inches, so just a little bit thinner as well, for the same cost. And again, this is Canadian. So if you're interested in anything like that, you can message the retail store's Facebook page, which I'll provide in a link in the description below, or you can email me directly at naomisns@hotmail.ca. Canadian buyers, you have the option for PayPal, e-transfer, or credit card over the phone. For other countries, I think MasterCard or Visa over the phone works just fine. I do not think e-transfers is something that can be done outside of Canada, but PayPal is an option. You can use the link in the description below for a PayPal purchase. So if you're interested in helping my retail store stay afloat in these times when we're not allowed to open to the public, and or you found something very interesting in here that you would like to acquire, and also for the person who wanted a signed picture of me to go along with his purchase, sure, no problem. Anyone who wants a signed picture of me to go along with their purchase, I will do that for you. For shipping, for Canadian buyers, we will be shipping expedited. For US, we'll either be shipping tracked packet or expedited parcel depending on the weight of the item. I am going to be putting tracking on every item, so the people outside of Canada and the US, that could be pricey. That really depends on the weight of the items that you're looking for. If you had any questions about that, then you just have to tell me what country you're from, what you're looking for, and I can get you a shipping estimate as to how much that would cost. I really don't know. It really seems to change between country and country. I think that's it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. If you think there's someone who is in need of tabletop gaming materials, feel free to share this video with them, and I'll catch you later in the next one.